Okay, testing the auto levels right now, seeing if the game is all right now, seeing if the how everything is currently. So give me a sec. Okay, now I'm back. Oh, there we go. Now, there we go. Okay. So, I finally got in. My gosh, it was all day that I was trying to get in, but we're finally, back into the game. Now, obviously, from the title, we're doing MSQ today, or more tonight, evening, whenever you're watching this. Anyways, and yeah, so major spoilers. Do not watch if you have not done MSQ or you aren't doing the early access, okay? I mean, if you care about spoilers, that is. Uh, but getting that out of the way, and hopefully, this gets out, and hopefully people will see the title of the video so they don't get spoiled by accident. Yeah. So now that we got that out of the way, we can now begin. So, let's see where. So of course this is Merdana. Okay. Let's go to River Toll and let's begin this thing. Because seriously, I've been so excited, on doing the MSQ this whole entire time. That's the main. Man, I was like, why? I really want to do the MSQ. Why don't you let me in? Let me just where is the volume? Volume. Wrong thing. Yeah, most of the systems. Yeah, there we go. Let's put that there. And let's just put the overall about there. There we go. Okay. Hopefully my voice is not overpowering. It's not. Yeah. That bad? Actually, in fact, let me check real quick how the frick that sounds. Okay, there we go. Okay. I know this is all a bit scuffed, so yeah, this is the first time I've actually truly been streaming Final Fantasy 14 and all that jazz, so I'm not accustomed to setting things up for it. So, I mean, I already did a stream before this one, but still. Also, just gotta say, immediately entering this room, you literally have all the signs of the 7th Dawn. Actually, where's Cryo? Oh yeah, right. She's in old Charlian. So, yeah. Actually, another thing about it, I totally forgot to do this. Let me just go a little bit here just in case. Just up things a little bit. That should be fine. There we go. Cool. Anyways, let's talk Delphi. Well, that's a thing. So, Ma, do you have some time to talk? A little bit of time to talk, you know? Buddy. I would like to gather everyone in the Dawn's Respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves in. Okay. Oh, okay, so no talking, okay. Let's take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telophori. I think that's how you pronounce that. Okay. The Telophori's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of the eons past in an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocent. Okay, so this is how I say it now. I ain't doing voices. My voice cannot freaking handle that. Okay. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned. Their faith prevented for primal summoning. Or perverted for primal. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding these spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Though shielded with the blessing of light, seems able to resist being tempered at least. But after all, what happened to Arvel and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yeah, well, these threats close to home are of paramount concern. We mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telophori are under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Dinos Galvis, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. Oh yeah, good old dear murderous friend. To dead, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald to an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it for a good while there. It saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Secession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Okay, now Daranje. During our yeah, with RNJ it's gonna be just nah. The air was not once rent by the barking of the cannons or the cries of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence which did blanket the ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with a nary of words spoken did they endeavor to transfer the palace into a soaring at Fernsborn of Nightmares. Okay, so literally anybody near the tower has now been tempered. The war in the capital has stopped, not because, you know, either everybody died or anything. No, it's because everybody has become tempered finally. Okay. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the Telephory. An army of primals is awful enough, but in the light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. Catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter these threats and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Charlene. I'm sure of it. Master Forshofalinda. Oh my gosh. I literally don't know how to freaking pronounce Alice's and Alphino's freaking father's name. Regarding the final day's work, curious to say the least. The Forum knows more than it is letting on. Sorry to interrupt. Always a pleasure, Teteru. To be interrupted, then, I mean. We just received word. Oh my gosh! Freaking this music. Hold on. There we go. Okay. We just received word from from Mrs. Crow. She says that the arrangements for your visit have been finalized. Oh, so they are letting us just go to our Charlene. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. You're to head to Linton Laminta and board the next ship bound for Charlene. And on arrival, present yourself as associates of the students of Baldiesian. Students of Baldiesian. Come to assess with the order's restoration. Okay, so basically, yeah, so essentially, either Crow lied or basically kind of made us sound like we were part of the students of Baldiesian. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I'm eager to see it, of course. We should set off at once. So he's kind of reluctant, but he does want to actually go. It's just that he's reluctant because of their father. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. Okay, so we're just getting into it. Okay, we're just going. There's no like, oh, we have to do this. No, we're just going. Okay, that's actually awesome. Very heroic quest acceptance sound. Wow. Wow, holy snap, it's just all empty now. Okay, I guess everybody's fighting either primals or fighting monsters now. Oh, but yeah, it's completely empty. Okay. Hold on, what the frick? Okay, this is... Oh, there's a picture of 12th Wood in Gridania. I almost forgot the name of it. Actually, I completely forgot the name of it and then remembered it. And so that. Okay, anyways, let's go to frickin' Linsa Laminsa. Yeah. And this is where the trailer start. You know, with them boarding the ship and all. So yeah, I am. Granted, my excitement has gone down since I have to freaking wait. I had to wait on the queue and all, but like, yeah, it kind of just yeah. But anyways, but yeah, I'm still freaking so excited to see what the frick's going on with the story, man. It's just, oh, I'm so goddamn excited. Like, literally, I'm wondering how they're gonna handle Xenos. I'm wondering how they're gonna handle Fandaniel. How are we gonna learn about what's gonna happen with Zodiac? And also, I'm very excited for the 2 raids, cause yeah, we need better freaking development for both La Brea, and also I always wanted to know what the frick's up with the 12. Okay, ever since we learned about, you know, Highland and Zodiac being freaking primals, and I think even before that, like thinking probably in AR, kind of whenever we learned that just how primals work, I was thinking like, you know, yeah, and ever since the speech with Gaius, I was like, yeah, like, you know, I guess, yeah, the freaking 12 must be primals themselves as well. So yeah, but yeah, I'm so excited for a lot of stuff in this game, man. It just, ooh, I'm gonna be so hype. I'm getting so hype. Okay, everyone's here, which is good because I already paid it for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. Quick question: why couldn't we get it free? Okay, I feel like, you know, we could get a little bit of passage for free, you know? I mean, like, or at least get a discount. But anyways, thank you, Tyler. You're always like, I feel like people kind of underestimate how freaking reliable Tataru is. Like, literally, I think we would not be able to do half of the stuff or travel and do stuff, or half of the stuff that we could have done this whole entire time. You know what I mean? Bad to explain things, but you know what I mean. Without Tataru, okay? It's just, yeah, Tataru is freaking awesome. The ship of Charlene should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Okay, we're going to Charlene! Yes! Hey, those two. Also, I think there's new music, or I don't know.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Cool.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, I mean, you have been with them for a very long time now, so it's like, but yeah. Yeah.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief.
Mm-hmm.
Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Yeah, that is hilarious. Like, literally, like, Louis, I was like, just like, oh yeah, oh, cool, frickin' Eorzea. A place that I want to help, and immediately gets robbed.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Oh, well, that's very sassy of you. But yeah, just, again, it just, like, see it from Louis' perspective. He literally wanted to go to Eorzea to help, you know, do everything. And then, and the first thing he ever experiences is literally a person robbing him. It's like, that is so freaking hilarious, man.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
It's like, I don't know. The fuck's with Sir? That's freaking weird.
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
Yeah, it's like, what the? Yeah, it's like he's literally like, what's with the sir, man?
I merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
It's like, yeah, but that. I'm sorry. Do you call me frickin' Sir Soma? Do you call frickin' Thancred Sir frickin' Thancred? No. You call us frickin' Soma, Thancred, and frickin' Estinian, okay? Frickin' overcorrecting FNO.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Okay, I do love that now they actually have. Yeah, they actually have animations to express themselves more. That's also something I really like.
Better.
Are you alright, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Yeah. Yeah, look so freaking cool. Anyways, aside from my ego, yeah, freaking what's up, Tataru, huh?
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Okay, don't BS me, Tataru. What's wrong? What's wrong, girl?
It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
What? We have never died before. We've just been teleported to a different world. Nearly died. And saved the world constant time, but nothing of death has ever occurred here. But yeah, as a paladin main and as a guy that really wants to be a hero, I'm gonna make her a promise that no matter what, I will bring everybody back. Also, I just
I'll
realized.
hold you to that.
Good, you should. Also, I just realized it says that I promise you that, and yet we have, from the trailer, gotten a little bit of death flags here and there, and I am extremely nervous now. Oh my god. That is, oh dear god, no. No, 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 no. Don't do this to me, game. Do not do this to me.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Boulder! It's the boulder!
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this
No,
way?
no, 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 Alice, it's not Hori, it's the boulder!
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Well, that's, huh. Please don't die. I actually like you. Even though you're minor characters, I still freaking like you.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return.
Coolio.
We will too, of course. Aye, we your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
You better mean it. You better do it, sir. I'm counting on you.
We set the sail. All aboard for Sharlayan.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Coolio.
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
We will, even though we're potentially gonna be in danger the whole entire time. Anyway, see ya, Teru.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
I will. I have, since I play this game, so.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Okay. Oh, we're going with the map thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, I actually saw the beginning part of Limbs of Lamintus. Yeah, I saw the beginning part, or those beginning cinematic of Limbs of Laminta and freaking 1.0. This is like, oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, this is awesome. And not to 1.1 or 1.0.
Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
Yeah.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
You know, I kind of always wonder, what does Grahatia, or how does he think of whenever he sees Evelyn and Alice? Because, like, to be honest, I view them as, you know, our, like, little brother and sister. I mean, that's at least for me. But I wonder how Grahatia thinks of them. Probably like the same as, you know, Tancred and Orange, probably. That being said, yeah, this is probably Highland's core. At least that's a theory.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Okay, yeah, it's Highlander. Hello, Highland.
Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure she already knows. But yeah, the bigger question is, why now? Because like, literally, Highland has not talked to us in a while. She has not communicated with us in a while, and that's, yeah. So yeah, why now? Why now?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer.
Yeah, but I kind of think that, you know, this we want you to say type of situation.
You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Eidolon has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered.
Okay, so yeah. So basically, yeah, every time they have destroyed the world or any of that, all that energy goes back to freaking Zodiac. Okay. Because that's something that I was kind of iffy about. That, like, does it return back to the planet itself or does it just return to Zodiac? So it all returns to Zodiac. And that's something that I didn't know or wasn't sure about.
The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Oh, okay. So the reason she couldn't communicate with us was because her power was dwindling. That's why. Okay.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
Wait, hold on. What? Oh, hey, wait. Okay, for a minute I thought she meant that as me and her connected in, as she dies, I'm gonna die. But I think she just means her and the people of the planet. Or of the star, just say. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure, but
Wheels
yeah.
shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
So it would seem.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable,
Mm-hmm.
then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
What? What promise? That I don't remember we promised anything. Or you promised me anything. So what?
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
So yeah, she's probably talking to a Zim, basically us from the past. So yeah. Dude, okay, I'm still gonna start gashing about freaking all the Melviera's freaking movements and all that stuff. Oh, it's so freaking cool. Literally, I did not expect for the Melviera to look this cool.
Fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
Man, I love that that I freaking decided to transfer it
Good
all.
morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Nope.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers.
Hey!
There she is. Good old Sharlian.
Oh, I see it.
Now, it's been, like, I think, actually technically 6 years for them, but, you know, it has been a while since I've seen it.
Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
Mm-hmm.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian said. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
Yeah. You may technically not have a father anymore or a home in there, but hey, you're still with us, you're still friends, and we're gonna freaking be always.
We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlian proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Ugh. I'm gonna be vastly disappointed if he does not immediately set Endwalker over there. Come on. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting. There's the moon. Come on. Do it. Yeah! Now we finally got into Endwalker. Man, that's awesome.
Sharlian, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
I really love that frickin' Emmett Sauk is our narrator for this expansion.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Sharlian orbit severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
Yeah, probably.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge.
True.
If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
Yeah, because we're not really here to fight or anything like that. We're just here to learn.
May.
I love that he always emphasizes the like the worst case scenario or the big problem.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed.
Okay, cool.
The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlian's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
Cool.
Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
Cool. So nobody's saying we're here to shoot stuff.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Yeah, that is true. Well, take it away, Grahatia.
The immigration officers were this way, as I recall.
We shall. I totally thought he was gonna stop talking there. And of course, it's a Lalafell. Okay, that's gonna be hard mode.
We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldassian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Yep.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier because they would be already registered in the records, so makes sense.
Ishtola rule.
Holy, I totally forgot the last name of Y'shtola, because we all just know her as Y'shtola. So yeah, it's a rule, huh?
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with a citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Wow, okay.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly.
Yeah, so,
Welcome home.
wow, so it works literally just like, you know, they're literally just tapping into the system. That's actually pretty awesome. What the frick?
Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Wow, okay. Well, rumors travel fast. Wow, okay. Then again, it's a city full of scholars, so. Also, thanks for reminding them.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
True.
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
It's like, oh yeah, Silver Friendly champion of Eorzea. Okay, get the fuck out. Artisan. Oh wait, is this? Oh yeah, I can technically call myself an artisan because I leveled up Weaver to level 80. So yeah, so I could. And adventure by trade. But yeah, let's just go with the straightforward answer. Some adventure by trade.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea, and it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
This bitch. Freaking, what do you mean, adventurer? Freaking, excuse me. Okay, maybe I'm not freaking high and mighty and freaking and overwhelmed by freaking knowledge, but come on. It's a legitimate freaking occupation. Come on, that's a bullshit, right? That is okay. Okay, I see how this is gonna turn out. Okay, there's some bullshit. Freaking arrogant pricks.
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Huh. I guess he never actually gave it much thought.
If you'll allow me.
Oh. Hi, Carl.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, she is technically like, I don't know if she's the head, but basically she's a very prominent finger. Okay, figure. And students of Baldessian.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are.
Yeah, because I believe it was her grandfather or her father that was the one that created them. Okay, we are all in.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Cool.
Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
Oh yeah, since neither me or Estinian have ever been.
I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Wow. Man, I love this game. Holy snap. Okay. Well, it's not that many people, but still. Oh, overshot it. There we go. Okay, holy camera. Can you there we go. Okay. So, I'm glad I spotted you. Ships coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. Coolio. You know what? Let me see if I have room for this. Yeah, of course. That armor. Where are they? Well, good thing I decided to get these two before, so I don't have to change for a while. But armor. I just did not mean to equip it. Mean to try it on. Oh. Yeah, isn't this like yeah, okay, so this is basically the stuff from Elmeg. But anyways, Okay then. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I learned and how we might proceed. Okay. Go ahead, Crab. But this is Selma and Estinian's first time in Charlian, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. That is true. Give us a tour, Crab. You must have places you wish to visit and people you dying to see. Therefore, I purposely postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you settle in, we can reconvey at the Baldosian Annex. Or Annex. How does that sound? 'Twas a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Livier Estate as such, but I shall like to know around the neighborhood all the same. Yeah. Yeah, that's... Yep. My god. Freaking... Oh my gosh. Freaking... Alphino, why does your dad suck? Like, your dad's such a dick. I think we can all agree on that. I'm equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaintate myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our all hunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Ethereal Plaza, wasn't it? I will join you there anon. Yes, well, we'll see you there. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting with by that leaf. And then there were 3. What of you, Stinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. So basically, I'm just gonna go. But I could... Oh. Well, Raha? Raha? Okay. Okay. Well, Raha, would you like to join us? Then, you'll be gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. You have no idea how dusty they are. I mean, literally, technically, by this point, he's 100 freaking years old, so... Actually, 100 and some years old. Oh, of course, if you will have me. Don't somehow Shalia waits. You know what time it is? It's frickin' Soma and Grahati Adventures. Okay, we get to basically be with Raha. This is, for a few quests. Okay, that's awesome. You can never get enough of Gratia. After you, my friend. I am more than content to follow your lead. Are you telling me? Wait, hold on. Yes! Yes! Ah! This is awesome. Yes, I totally forgot about it until literally this point. But yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, before I do anything, sorry about that. But yeah, something I should probably do is do this. Probably go a little bit on that. There we go. Actually, probably there. Okay. Anyways, okay. All set. Then let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the Last Stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. Okay, that is an awesome freaking name for a freaking cafe. The Last Stand. Okay, Kara is also now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the Last Stand and speak with Kryle at the designated location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional topics and discussions. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. So it's like, so it's kind of like Persona 5, whenever you're going through, you know, like, through dungeons, and also it's like, the Tales games as well. And what else does it have? Like, or what other ones? I forgot which other ones would have that. But still, it's like those. And also this is, oh my gosh, literally, like, to the people that freaking said, hey, you know, that some of the players wanted this, and they actually implemented this to those guys in the development team, which is probably all of the development team. Freaking thank you. Oh my god, this is so freaking awesome. And we get a freaking boy, Grahatia. Oh, I love this. Anyways, oh yeah, freaking. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any task which piqued your interest. You have been cleared by the immigration officials, after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Charlian the same way it is in Orisa. Man, Graha is not only our freaking wingman, not only is he our bro, he's also our fan, and that's the thing that I love. It's that he's all three, and that's I think that's the reason why I think a lot of people like Grahatia. Well, more because he was a bro, and then now he's a bro, he's our fan, and he's our wingman. So yeah, I freaking love that. And by wingman, I mean just, you know, guy that will help us, you know, with a little bit of conversations, you know, so forth, you know, yeah. Cool. Anyways, what do you have to say, Krail? This was called the Peristyle, and it is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. Huh. I would think it would be closer. I guess not. Like, I thought a better place would be like over there, or they also use that place over there. I don't know. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Charlian pursuits of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Oh, okay, so this is basically okay, so this is our gunship hunt vendor. Oh, okay. Even dangerous, all Charlian need. What the frick? Guild ship hunt vendor. Oh, this is okay. This is the okay. That's okay. Oh yeah, of course they would have robots, and they're yeah, and this is where you get leaps and everything. Okay, now I see. So this is our main hub. Did I get anything, or am I gonna have to wait? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just checking if I got any of the items. Which I should probably look here as well. But you know, from pre-ordering Endwalker. I mean, okay, let's go here. Okay, let's go, Graha. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget, the great statue of Thalak. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce any. I mean, saying Halon Ragar. Let's see. Those are the only two that I freaking know off the top of my head. But yeah, I forgot the other ones. What's that? But yeah, it's really hard to pronounce, for me at least, to pronounce the names of the gods. So yeah. As a student of the Baldessian, I was usually courted on the Isles of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. Huh. This path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thalek Stoat. So named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Charlian people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, even... Oh, well, look at that. But... Wow, okay. Yeah. It was more a matter of... Wow. And belief in alignment of principles as it were. We have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as to that of, say, the Charlians. Individual Charlians could and do worship the deities of their choosing. Okay, so they're not so. So basically, they just use them more of a, you know, representation of their devotion to, like, you know, of knowledge more than they do of worshipping this god right here. I wonder, can we go and let me spin real quick? Also, looks like some people have found this stream and are stalking me a little bit. At least that's what I think. I don't know. You know what? I need to not get so much of an ego. Okay, we can't actually go into that. It looks like. I'm pretty sure we can swim. Okay, we can't swim. Okay, never mind. But I wonder if we can actually be able to go into that statue. Anyways. Going here. Oh yeah, they probably just got into the... Yeah, it's like... Oh, we're supposed to go here. I'm sorry. I just automatically skipped that dialogue. I have no idea why. I'm gonna put this. The food is it's bland, as encapsulated by our infinite Archon loaf, and the prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary. Value first and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at this studium, however, who could stomach the school's ends, but meals no longer. So he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, this is all dedicated outpost of fine dining in... Wait, hold on. So the reason they called it the last stand was because he could literally stand the food of the cafeteria no longer, so he just said, this is the last straw, okay? We're gonna have good goddamn food, okay? What the frick is this? So yeah, the one and only bastion of culinary art in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burgers being held as one of the most impressive items on the menu. Not that I've ever had the pleasure of eating one myself, because you were typically a Charlian when it came to cheap and convenient. Or because you were a typical Charlian when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha. Oh yeah, I guess yeah they would know each other for a long time since he was part of the Bodesian Arsenal. But anyways, but surely Taru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We shall all stop in when time permits and simply sample the phased delights. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense that literally they just said, "Hey, yeah, how about we actually get like actual good tasting food." Stick on. Wow. Welcome to Last Stand as the final and some say only bastion of fine dining in Charlotte. We guaranteed a quality culinary experience found nowhere else in the city. Oh, so yeah. Like this is the basically out of all of the city, this is the actual only good freaking restaurant. Also, I feel like probably like a level 50 culinarian in Arsdale would do better than probably the Last Stand. But then again, we don't know. Also, freaking, did they literally create? I just realized this. Did they seriously just create the burger here? Because if so, my gosh, I am moving to Charlie. Also, get to myself to the right. Okay, and go here for the conversation. Okay, an unusual ship it is, isn't it? That it is, but that looks freaking awesome. I assure you, however, that it is perfectly functioning etherite. Remember to attune yourself before we could move on. Now, being the delicate tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the confluence, a research facility located at this very plaza. Its much vaulted discoveries are the reason Charlene stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of elegant etherites, it would allow us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Charlene's largest marketplace. Agora. Okay. Okay. Okay, and before we talk to Cryo and probably Graha, I need to go to the restroom, so be back in literally like a minute, probably even less. It's probably not gonna take that long. Oh wait, never mind. I need to get more coffee, so it's gonna take 5 minutes. Okay, see you in 5 minutes. Okie dokie, I'm back. Okay, so let's see what Kra has to say to us now. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Charlian, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out for the most part. Okay, so basically they used to sell weird stuff, essentially. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next the next stop on our tour is one which has particularly relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aetheryte Plaza, follow the path north, and then climb the stairs up to that imposing building at the very top. Cool. Okay, so this is where I get all my stuff. Material surprise, gemstone trade. Okay, retainer. Okay, so basically this whole entire area. Huh. So all of these are gonna look like the you know, the thing. Let me look at the. Oh, okay, so that's the armor for that. Wrong thing. I was misclick. Okay, so that's the. Okay. Huh. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure my armor is completely fine. Yeah. So. But yeah, where the frick is the repair people? I don't know. Anyways, let's go back to the Aetheryte. And then they said head north. Oh yeah, I actually do like this. It's like, yeah, so I think that it's a good, kind of like, I don't know. It's like, I think this is gonna become like the new like main, city that people go to. Like, because this actually looks pretty awesome. I think this is the new favorite city. Probably, I don't know. Because the Crystarium is also pretty freaking awesome. Oh, okay. That's the pretty freaking fountain. Okay. These little decorative features are typical of Charlian architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. Huh. There's the Nephilim, an arrow dedicated to the blessing of water. For Charlians, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which predicated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of knowledge which flows through the Dalek divine Ur. There's a reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a anyways, for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our. Okay, so there were I forgot which era was it where the flood happened. Like which you know, catastrophe happened. Like was it like I think probably the third Umbro era? on the third astral. I don't know. Me not good with lore. The grand structure before you is Rustra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, which a forum of elected representatives would deliver offerish and debate policies. So this is where the forum is essentially. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival on the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answer were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Charlian. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, and the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. Yeah, I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the Consuleros would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectral sightseeing concludes with a fitting name, Journey's End. Walking down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. Okay, well. Yeah. I hope that, yeah. Like, it must be, like, really nostalgic, like, and he most likely misses, yeah, he most likely misses, you know, the Crystarium and all that. Yeah. But yeah, it does look freaking amazing. So east, so down over here. You know, I just remembered that Yoshi P said that the first what is this? Like the first there was gonna be originally the first cities would be like 5, so it'll be yeah, it would have been you know, Limsa Laminsa, Ulda, and Gridania. Plus, also, it would have included Ishgard and Charlian. Yeah, and I can see where Charlian kind of influenced, or should I say, where Charlian kind of influenced a little bit of, you know, like the Crystarium influences the architecture of, I think also Amarat as well. But anyways, we're right at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore with Archon Neocrif built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Charlian families. You see, the one mentioned is clearly larger than its neighbors. That stage belongs to our friends from House Levier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Charlian tour to a close. I hope it has been proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly into the Baldessian Enix? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Ithrite Plaza. Correct. After you, Sama. I did not follow any of that, so let me just look at the map. Alright, before I go, I should probably, like, actually attune myself to the Yeah. Holy snap! Oh my gosh, that is oh my gosh. That is not a freaking house. That is some freaking mansion. Anyways, let me attune to that. But oh my gosh, I just now knows how big that is. Anyways, let's go down here, since I think we're gonna continue the story after whenever I get here. So let me just attune to the Aetherytes real quick. Oh wow, okay. Let me go here. I didn't notice this. Graha, you didn't tell me that that you could walk on air. What's up with that, buddy? You okay? You good? Cool. Anyways. Right, we cross the bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path and be careful not to end up back in the Aether Plaza. Wow. Berlin is full of educational research and research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practice. Not that I ever attended the exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is just a city full of knowledge. Like, they're not barred from practices in anything, but you know, they're just not allowed to give information to people outside of it. Okay, and now we go down there, okay, to get the other Aetherite, because I forgot to attune myself to that one as well. And I think I'll be missing the Rostra and the stadium. Okay. Okay, and we can get the last two after. Oh yeah, also the level of detail I just noticed is also freaking amazing as well. As the joyous look on Raya's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Badazian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you arrived at the doorstep of the phenomenon, but I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you then. Okay, Gashi. I'm back, and I brought Soma and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to meet you, Soma. I heard many tell of your exploits. Ojika. Ojika Sunjika. Ojika Sujika. Okay, wow, that's a name. It has been ages. Allow me to introduce Ojika Sujika, Administrative Officer for the students of Beldesiane. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin, Injika. Oh yes, Eureka. Oh, okay. Wow. I read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. I'll try to. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isles of Val serve as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasions to visit Charlian, whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the annex here was built to provide lodging for members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. Huh. But first, we must ensure that Telephory fall. Through that door on the left there is the main hall, where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is, you probably have time to rest before our discussion begins. I had private quarters prepared for you in the indoor, so please feel free to make yourselves at home. Ah, the nap rooms, perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed, far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. So simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys bored that we would slip into it indoor just to steal a few winks. And thus they became known as amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps may last well into the following morning. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chambers. Oh, so this is the end for us. Okay. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. So yeah, okay, this is our cool. So this is our inn. Hold on, did I tune myself down? Think about it. I should probably do that. This is where I'm gonna be freaking sleeping, or freaking taking coming back to you a lot. Cool. Anyways, now. Oh, we have to talk there. Tired to your room. Yep. And we actually don't have to pay for anything. Oh. Okay, I like the. Okay, this is my new favorite room. This is my new favorite room. I like it. Me likes it. This is awesome. Oh, and then you have like different gemstones and everything. Coolio. Huh. Okay. And then there's our glamour dress and everything. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's get back out. Okay. Oh, and that's where Mender is. There we go. Now, holy snap, that is a big freaking map. That's the biggest map I have ever seen in my life. Anyways, let's talk to Kryl. Feeling refreshed and alert. Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
Yeah. Also, another thing about it, what was Orange doing?
It's fine, Oriange. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
Let's.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy.
Sorry about that.
The Bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it.
Huh.
And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
Yeah, it kind of makes no sense, to be honest. Because if it does have that, those people in, the main, body of deciding stuff, yeah, it'd be weird that would happen.
Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Okay, what the frick's going on there?
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he'd simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
Yeah, like, it makes no sense that, like, the world is literally ending. What else can possibly be more important? Like, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian.
Okay.
Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth.
Wait, so essentially they were the paranormal, organization?
Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair.
Oh, and that's why we're gonna go to Thavnair.
The missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Huh.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Rads at Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts.
Oh yeah, I guess Thavnair would share a lot of stuff with Uldan.
It is possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
True. But yeah, since both are, you know, desert centric cities.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Hey, that's us.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice.
Yep.
But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnarian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary.
Yep.
Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Don't worry, I can do this.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Of course you will.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Oh, yeah. Small. Yeah, sure, small. Let's say that.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Okay.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Okay. So, I'm obviously gonna choose Sharlayan first, because like I'm way too interested to see how this whole entire thing pans out. So let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing I could buy easily. Yeah, I don't think that this is more. Actually, let's see how much. What's the item level or the starting equipment? Sort. Yeah. 515. So yeah, I literally don't need any of it for a little bit. Cool. Okay. In the books. Oh, so basically, either I want to have fun or I want to do work. Basically, whichever I choose. But yeah, of course I'm gonna choose this one first. Unless they're telling me, okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with this first and then deal with the other one later. Because why the frick not? An unsettling change has come over Sharlayan, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the Forum's concessions. As mentioned before, however, questioning the consulate directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. which is why I begin scouring Charlene's archives of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice to say that the process has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day. But now that I have this band of willing reinforcement, the researching should proceed all swifter. Let us reconvey outside Neomon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right, and you'll find the archives on the western edge of the woods. Cool. Let us go. Yeah, it should be right over here. Huh. Yeah, no, this is definitely my new favorite city. Minions, let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot I got 9S before the lockout. Well, that's not it. Let's see, which one shall I use? Little piggy, little... or fishy, or you know what? The one that suits my armor more. This guy. Let me quickly attune myself to this. Okay, and this should be over here. But okay, yeah, they have literally outdone themselves in the architecture of the world. This looks freaking awesome. My directions were easy enough followed, I hope. In any case, you stand on now before the doors of Now Minnow, Charlene's grandest collection of books and tomes. The building is actually only an entrance and one of many that, for the archive of Normanol extends deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. The vast halls of the great Gobble Library pale in comparison to the Nelbon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizens of Charlene is free to enter the pre-use its shelves, while most of its shelves only archons are affordable access to certain restricted belts. I dispatched Stella and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alisaie and Alphino will help me continue my research throughout the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse at the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlenean history or form. Policy. Your task will be to find and study relevant publications. I promise you to your working knowledge of those subjects will make it a far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let us be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they've found some promising tomes. Happy reading. Man, like, just my ability to read things out loud goes from, oh yeah, I can totally read this, to, you don't know what the frick you're even reading. Oh, that's actually pretty awesome. What the frick? Oh, so this is like the elevator. Okay. Okay, let me read this one first. The title on the spine reads Roads of Old, the Colony. Let me just let myself real quick. Or resituate myself. Can you tell I'm not used to talking this long? My brain kind of just goes and decides, yeah, you're no longer talking. You're just saying random stuff now. Okay. Many years ago, on the banks of Thudlock in the Dwarven Hinterlands, a Shaolin colony once thrived. This settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the Ethereal Sea in the year 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Scholars dispatched to Orsia found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structure and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Sharlians. 15 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Sharlin colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Sharlian, which led to no small amount of confusion when discussion turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Sharlian inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the great exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idleshire. The following chapters go into choose the most prominent features of Idleshire. The book does not appear to contain. So yeah, okay. The story of Sharlian. Long, long ago, on an island on the northern sea, there lived a Rhodian named by the name of Neokurf. Neokurf was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he built a gigantic ship, assembled the crew, and set sail for the Imperial realm. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely charming water drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that the Nilkapurf's crew held them aboard his ark, but the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, Nilk wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abelethia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before, despite the dwelling supply of food, led to the violent bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Newell gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers, abandoned the ark, and thus railed peaks. They journeyed to the coast, where they built a new ship intended upon returning to the northern sea. They landed on the beach of an island and settled onto the very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time it became the city of Sharlian. We live in this day. Okay. So now, I feel, just to give my voice a little bit of rest, I am going to only just read it in my mind and just skim through it. Because I am not gonna do all that. But yeah, I'm gonna go through all of these and just do it slowly so at least people can read it. Like, to pause the video and read if they so wish. Okay. You don't know. Brother Wilson's furnace, the millions followed over the water. What's of it? Okay. Okay, so this so that guy was the founder of Charlian. So he essentially just said, hey, since that all happened because of war and all that, or at least he believed, he said, you know what, let us not fight in this country, let us not fight in this island, let us just focus on learning everything we can about this world, and let us, you know, basically thrive and prosper and, you know, be very smart people, basically. Forward 20th Summers. That sounds like a band. Like Forever 20 Summers? Yeah, that sounds like a band or a freaking clothing store. So essentially this book is to explore how to basically stay or look the age that you are currently. At least that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, basically this is just like to, and it's freaking well worn. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of freaking desperate people. It's like, but like I really want to know how the frick to say okay, an introduction to the heavens. Okay. Oh wait, is this a book about freaking the astrology and stuff? Okay, so this is basically more of not of astrology or anything like that. It's more to do with the exploration of it. Basically, the what if we could do this thing. Okay, and leather-bound tome. Okay, so the voice of a grown city. Okay. And oh, okay, so this is probably forming of the forum, basically. I love how that system works. Anyways, okay, so that'd be all. Okay. Hopefully, it went slow enough for people to read it. Of course, if you didn't, you can just watch the VOD and read it yourself. But yeah. But yeah, that's actually pretty interesting, you know. Basically that, yeah, like, did not know that yeah, they were basically founded by a guy that literally said it. Basically was Noah. Okay, let's you know not, you know let's not say that it isn't, but yeah, basically like Noah, and he basically built a ship to save them, and then they got basically drifted and teleported to the island, this island, and then they created Charlian. So that is pretty freaking good. That's actually pretty awesome lore. Okay, so there's Alice and Ratia. Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry, we were. Sorry, were you reading along? I wanted to make sure I borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Afano and Cryo should also be along shortly. I was delayed in similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in Archon stack mention the final days specifically, so we have no choice but to start with that tangentially relevant tomes, if there are even that. At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would be nice to invite everyone to the state, plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I was also quite fond of reading outside, but it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After her arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphinoa and I were to return to Charlian, we were not to be allowed across the threshold. That is fucked up. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Oh, well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlian, yes, but I was born rather farther away. In the southern reaches of Isilbar, in fact, for generations, my people have dwelt and conversed the coastal region opposite to the Isles of Thafnir. The Alligans founded a city in that fertile land, and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Mikoti to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the Fourth Ambral Calamity brought an end to the Emperor's regime, and when the Fifth Calamity froze the seas solid, many of the tribes still lived in Cornvis, braved the journey back to Ariosea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, and that they might prevent the remains remnants of elegant technology from being misused. Isn't Corvus under Gallian rule? For the past 15 years, yes, some semblance of the local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald remained the region's locus elminus. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illusionist emperor family, the nobles of House Darness. Oh my gosh. Darness. Why does that sound familiar? I totally forgot who the frick has the name. Was it the White Raven that had the... House Darness demonstrated a singular interest in elegant civilization, and some of my tribes were forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices have been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the elegant eye no longer passed to our eldest children are reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the discussion was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and tradition of elegant. As the last child born with the elegant eye, I was given over to the customs of friends and the students of Baldessian, who had me registered as a Charlian citizen. So basically, as the only guy that could, have the elegant eye, he was essentially raised in House Baldessian. So basically, his home is, basically he doesn't know what happened to his parents or anything like that. The only thing he knows is that they're still under Garland rule. Even Thanker was taken in by the Archon Louis Saw, was he not? Stories of adopted wolves and rescued orphans are more common among Charlians than you might think. Yet, regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient I don't know how to say that word. We outsiders can even earn the valid title of Archon. Twas exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud of. Here, and another good reason to get to the bottom of the forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifle matter of our impending doom. Alice always has a positive attitude, yet she always seems to frickin' like she uses the honey and the honey and X type of thing, where it's like gives you good news and then gives you the bad news at the end casually. Excuse us while we were trying to make some headway into these books. Some more company shall be arriving at any moment. Didn't want to click on you. Hey, there we go. We return with our selection. Although I must say the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mistress Krell has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we will be looking into research papers on the Amber calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarad firsthand, if you're maybe looking critical details. sure, because I had to live through that. So, okay. First things first, what kind of phenomenon did the ancients encounter as the final days drew near? Magic, primals of unripe power, some third of the worst. I can imagine. That is way too vague. But yeah, basically, they could not use creation magic at all. Yes, the unfolding catastrophe wrought havoc on all manner of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their power of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling the streets. That more or less align with my understanding if... Okay. Hello. Okay. So I probably just had an yeah, my mic was not it looked like it was low. Okay, anyways, back to what I was saying. The more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something sustainable to analyze, or suitable to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Which tell us surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Asians. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? Okay, the entire star was engulfed by disaster all at once. They say it began with the planet itself. Yeah, they say it began with a ning sound from the land itself. Yeah, so yes, the Amurits spoke of it, didn't they? We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course, thrust as we were into the midst of the madness. But it seems in each and every one of the catastrophes was preceded by this ominous noise. Eventually it resounded all across the star, and not even Amrit was spared. So the ground was crying out, you say. To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive and probably quite loud. I have to speak to with one of the Nobles Mammoths and ask after any book which would mention such sound. Okay. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive actions did they take? Yeah. They summoned Zodiac, basically, first. Yes, with Olympus serving as his heart, so many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiac brought salvation to the star, only that he's godlike were the laws of nature set all right. Then once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lies sprouted anew, and it was these fleshling souls they tend to render unto Zodiac, a trait that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Benad and her fellows not manifested their oppositions in the form of Heidelin. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. With all that freshly in mind, it does not make me wonder what the Teleferi truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with those towers of theirs is forcing people to summon primals. Is a kind of catalyst. Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unsettable creation magic? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scale of destructions they plan to unleash. But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Stola, and 'twas time we began studying these research. Hey, boss. Oh my god. Oh, man. I have never talked for this long. I can see why some streamers would not like Final Fantasy at times, because you have to read a lot. Am I the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced one or two possibly useful books. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Ern Shay learned of the source reflections from the Grim article, or its potential to cause panic and confusion. The tome was deemed apocryphic and sealed in the Great Global Library. It was even less likely that the knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. It stands to reason that my colleagues, be they Archon or Consulators, should perforce be largely ignorant to the subject. Yet, when you confront Master Forchefalt with knowledge of the Teleferi and their machinations, he scoffs at the suggestion that they pose a threat. He seems adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us, which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior, it is kept secret from the rest of the nation. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty, whether they contain mention of the final days or no. These books could yet hold some value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work everywhere. No, I mean, yeah. Kind of hope that it's like, listen, we're only adventurers. We're not guys that read. We're not the reading type. The labor of what feels like an age, as your stellar research says. Then. Okay, and now we have just crawled here, but my gosh. Oh dear, you look exhausted, but what about your studies? Were you able to find any books of subject I mentioned? I mean, a few. The day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, Mehmet at the reference desk will point you to the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Thank you, crowd, for noticing that I suck at reading. That's appears in desperate need of a study break. Yeah, Ready for a tea break, Selma? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me here outside tables and treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. Quite good. Oh my gosh. You know, I just realized that this... You know, I mean, I kind of wanted to get this out of the way because I am curious of why the frick, you know, Alice's and Alphino's dad is like, you know, being such a jerk, and also why the forum is deciding not to help, and why they would know that. Like, I feel this is like the most interesting, you know, one. Part, but my God, I did not expect to read that much. What shadish? I'm just looking for an able-bodied. I'll do that later. Probably off stream. I don't know. Then there's another thing, side of the end. Okay. Okay, there she is. As busy as ever, see? How very Charlian that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to complete for customers. Okay. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the telephony. Might even learn something new. Oh, cool. Okay. New rule. For stuff like this, I'm only gonna skim through it because I am not reading all of that. Or reading it out aloud because my God, that... Oh, this is giving me, giving my voice a freaking workout. Oh, wrong thing. Okay. So we were simply wondering if you knew where these. Yeah. You were just on for helping us finish. Oh, okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to deal with a lot of arrogant pricks around here. Okay, is it in there? Yep. Excuse the interruption, we are in the... Yeah, that is messed up. Because like, what could possibly justify what their father is doing? I have no idea. And also what the forum is doing. Wait, is this Misty Alicea? See? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of the Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion, in between lessons at the studium. That seems like an age ago. I remember hearing that you and Master FNO had set sail for Erosia, but then you never came back. Lately, there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything alright at home? It is complicated, and I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone had an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Livier. No matter how district Master Fortunat. I'm just gonna call him that, even if it's wrong. I'm gonna just call him the Fortunat. May have been. News of your family's doings never stays secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now, of all times? We have questions, and only Charlene have the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon, have you heard anything about the apocalyptics called the final days? Well, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. That's what you're here to find. Information of this apocalypse? Yes. Whatever we can learn, unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlene, aren't you? Then few well know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a servant with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're laying down the food, and you might just get the answer you're looking for. Okay, this guy's freaking awesome. Cool. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? I'll do it. Because regardless, we're gonna have to do it anyways. That's a spirit pentagon now, and I'll explain where each of these dishes need to go. The tea set is for the cheddar group sitting on the water's edge. The omelet is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisela. She's sitting at the outside table with friends of hers. Behind them, you should see Makote gentleman, Lord of the Oven Baked Lobster. Got all that? If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain again. Good luck. Okay. Okay. I have been trained for this. Haphazardly, I might add, but I have been trained for this. I used to work in a restaurant. So, the water's edge. Okay, so yeah, like I'm pretty sure the. Oh my gosh, I have to freaking. Oh my gosh, I totally just. Okay, that's it. I freaking. Damn it. Sees it? Because I have, coffee table on the. Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm sorry, I never heard of them or their final. My friend and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about the ritual arcane practice of the 6th astral era, common or eccentric, then I'll be happy to talk to your ear off. Okay. This one was with the omelet. Ah, finally, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's dig in. No time to waste. What? The delivery? Oh yes, I remember seeing the name in the latest Gazette. That in some grand claim about the end of days? Some old senseless warm mongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best stay out of this, I say. The forum made the right choice, and I fully support the decision to remain neutral. Yes. Did you? Oh my gosh. Going on top. Okay. At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scrambled, saved, and suffered to afford the heavenly dish. No, okay. Final days. This is the first I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet and must be busy time. Literally? Blah. You don't know what the egg cleaner is? They're collectors of sort. Travel the world pondering things when we haven't got it here in Shaolin. Priceless books on usual life specimens and so forth. Some name these folk who cleaning most Huh. Okay. Trouble with the customers? Nope. We're good. Okay, can you please give me a cutscene that has voice acting, please? I need my voice to rest for a little bit. Cool. Oh, thank God.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian?
Yes.
Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family.
Well, yeah, I mean, we had Alpha No learn that the hard way. But yeah.
If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Okay, what's with all those crates?
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
Labyrinthus?
A vast complex beneath the island. Charlian is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat.
Okay.
Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Huh.
I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the forum. If the appearance of the Telophora prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the forum is planning.
Well, okay. So we're going to Labyrinthos, huh? Okay, Okay, so we're just gonna go and talk to them about the situation. The studium right there. Welcome back, son. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigation and turned up information on the gleamers. Or gleaners. It makes sense. The gleaners take their request directly from the institution and bureaucrats, but as you say, they're ultimately answer to the forum. A sudden and significant increase in gleamer traffic and in cargo. It certainly gives the impression of an overacting arcing plan being put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As Yashola observed earlier, no Minos archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Soma and Alice had learned as the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Charlians know nothing at that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being premeditated by the Telophori is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorce's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it is a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the forum's secretive stuff. Oh my gosh. In case our next course of action seems obvious, we visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves. And if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. There and that is true. Like, yep. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see it that each is returned to their proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Okay. Whee. Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorientating. I take the lead, so stay close. Oh, cool. It sure is. No, but seriously, this is a beautiful frickin' city. Oh, finally, please tell me you're not. Yeah, like, oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, I thought she was just gonna walk the whole entire way. Okay, yeah, and going up here. Cool. We just do this real quick. Don't even worry about it. And I think with that, yep, I have attuned myself to every single one. Okay, let's freaking go. Here we are, though this door down. Yeah, through this door down the stairs. Okay, you did remember to attune to this shard back there, didn't you? It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna need to see what the frick's behind this big, gigantic door. Huh. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. Yep.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Yeah,
Not
this
what
is
you expected.
weird.
I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
Yep.
But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today.
Yeah, which is weird.
It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Oh, okay. What's happening there, Kyle? You okay?
Did you call to me just now?
Nope.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure.
Okay.
Let's get to work, shall we?
Oh, that is. Oh, okay. So this is. Wow. Yeah, this is a whole entire zone. Okay. I see. So this is the main fighting zone. Okay. Here to the. Dobbin. Let's see, what do you have to say? You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. If it needs hauling, I'll haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in labyrinthos, you know, sort of tidy up the inventory. Nevertheless, seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then with no warning at all, the mess gets dropped, and so yeah, so this happened out of nowhere. Yeah, okay, so basically, yeah, this happened out of nowhere. Nobody knows why. They're just doing that. There. This thing. Okay. Or let's carry. Why don't you? Oh, it changes depending on the day. Okay. Okay then. A few things. It looks like they have been going at this for a long time. Again, without one. Yep, and every item they bring in, there's more inventory somewhere else. Okay, so yeah, that is weird. They want to limit your question, say something about escape. Okay. Oh, is that guy over there? Oh, okie dokie. Evervale. Hey, a fellow Mavier. Let me put that. Okay. Okay, so basically just help them. Well, okay then. Did not expect that to happen. Oh. Okay, I should probably move that. I did not expect that at all. Okay, and I should probably get a mount off. You know what? Let's go with the Christmas one since it's December. A troll? You only find those in the internet. So what are we doing? Tully. Okay, so we're just searching for something. Where, oh, where art thou? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Oh. Oh. There we go. Hello. Oh my gosh, finally I can do combat. Oh. Okay, I guess I have to go and find it again. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to fight these guys over and over again. Okay, yeah, I might be overgeared. What? Quick, okay, there it is. Okay, so up the hill, and yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Wait a minute. There's an ether current. Troll, evolve. Nobody cares about you. Cool. Okay, and this should be the final one because usually these quests do the rule of 3. Cool. Cool. Ether currents. Labyrinthos. Okay, now we give it to this guy. There you are. Okay. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habit. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. In the first place, what will you do with... Yeah, who's the one that told you to capture them in the first place? I wear the foreign with those down to the officials. So yeah, I was the forum. Okay. Wait, hold on. So yeah, it could be that they're basically copying the founders, you know, thinking, because it looks like they are basically doing the thing where they're setting on underground. Like they probably know that they are, and they're doubling down and basically saying, "Look, okay, we're not gonna help you. We're gonna actually double down and go underground." Essentially, that's what it feels like they're probably doing. Yep. To be told, the former decision of late have not set entirely well with us. This is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, due to calls, other animals to capture, and enclosures too empty. Once again, I am sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. That is fine. Don't worry about it. Did you learn anything new from your friend here? So we confirmed that the order for this ambition operation did indeed come directly from the forum. However, the Gleaners have not informed of its purpose. So, yeah. I'll say that fits with everything we had heard this far. We also discovered when the operation was begun, the forum conducted the Gleaners' guild ship and put their people to this work some 4 days after the Telefer made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus, I am inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives a distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet, I feel it's hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned at so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put into effect. And the Telefery's declaration was what set it all in motion. It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos, and the more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archine? From there, we reach the lower. Okay. Alright, what the frick's happening? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of heck. That's all. Nothing will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about this then. Listen, the last time this happened, somebody was whisked to another frickin' world, so at least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I'll remember the way to the Archine. On the path east through the forest where you were chasing after the mouses or marmounts, was it? Anyway, 'twas the trolls you need to watch out for. I already killed one of them. Don't even worry about it. Okay. I have run out of frickin' steam, as you can probably tell. So, you know what? Let me just get to where Alphino and the other ones are, and then I'm going to bed. Oh my gosh, but no, seriously, it's always fun. Like, yeah, it's like freaking already. This is starting to feel like, or starting to turn out very interesting. So yeah, it does look like they're planning of the forum. Looks like they're probably getting supplies down here, and probably gonna move or record all the stuff upstairs. So they can probably live down here and weather the the incoming calamity, or at least that's what it looks like. Or it could be for another reason, not because of the calamity, but a whole different reason. But anyways, let me finish this quest right here. Okay, behold the Archine. As Namanon serves as Charlene's Lattery archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture too is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless stables and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archine contains a physical history of Charlene's unaware dedication or unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Okay, and with that, I'll definitely end it here. Oh my gosh, I think we did a lot today. So, yeah, I think, yeah, we definitely did a lot today. My voice is, I feel if I go any further, my body would just collapse out of exhaustion. But yeah, no, this is, yeah. As long as I can get back in the game again tomorrow, hopefully in the morning or in the afternoon, yeah, I'll stream it. I'll stream it tomorrow and see what else is there to learn about this plan that the forum has for Charlene, and what is their motivation behind it. Because seriously, this is the most interesting one, or at least in my opinion, is the most the one that I really wanted to find out why this was happening. But anyways, I hope for the people that are seeing this, you had fun, or you know, you just basically got what got a taste of the story. You probably just gotten like a little bit of a taste of what this expansion you know, entails. But yeah, I hope that you guys could come by and watch this again, or watch me again, hopefully live. If you're watching this you know, in the VOD or the archive video. And I hope that all of you stay safe, and we'll see you again.